Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. It is Monday here in West Alabama. Must be a marker from my son. He has markers all the time. And it was so funny. The first thing when he was making goodie bags for all the mothers in our family, we had a lunch at the farm yesterday, like we do pretty regular. And of course, he was making goodie bags and stuff and signing his name by himself. And the first thing he did was take a permanent marker to his brand new polo shirt and think it was a Vineyard shirt he got from the yacht club. It had the logo on it. Very nice polo shirt. And first thing he did was just bloop, black permanent marker right on his brand new shirt. So I love having him around. We had the best weekend. Literally, we got our new fire pit. And I'm a furniture. My father owns a furniture company. He's run the furniture company my entire life, 20 years before I was born. And so we know a thing or two about what furniture products are available. And Ashley started carrying new outdoor furniture just a few years ago, and it's pretty baller. This is the second outdoor fire pit that I've gotten from them. I bought my first one for our new development in Woodland Hills that we just built in 2023. And this one is for my personal home, and it was twice as big. And the flame is so it's literally a flamethrower. Okay, it's a caged in flamethrower, and it produces heat, light, stone table around it. It's got the propane tank under there, just pulling that fuel through. And it's a big, big, nice flame. So we love it. And like I said, we also went to the farm for Mother's Day. So we had a full weekend, even though it was raining. And I don't know if you've looked at the forecast for Alabama today. It's going to be raining a lot through this entire month. Thankfully we've got a break. It's just going to be overcast. We're not going to have a lot of sunshine over the next 2 weeks. But I did have some luck today on that situation for Harper Hills Development and Reform. There's been 3 brand new houses built and sold from my company. And, I'm just trying to get the schematics worked out about who actually, brought that and who actually, there's just more to come about the Harper Hills development. And I was at the Skyspace condominium development site today. It just reminded me how Skyspace is going to be the pinnacle of all the new construction investment dollars that I've brought to Reform. Made the bet 5-6 years ago now, and it's just continuing to build and sell. And it's just been awesome. It's been absolutely awesome. And, having City Hall, especially like the mayor of Reform that knows exactly who brought those investments to town and who she can thank for wanting that to happen and making it happen regardless of, the current ownership structure. It feels really good. It feels really good. It really does. So we'll see what's next. What's next? What's in store for Reform, Mayberry. Out there in the country, the rural area that I'm from and that I love, where all my friends and family are truly from, and it's just great to see growth. After 3 and 4 decades of just crickets in the sector, there's literally been nothing built for the open market at all. You might see a custom home here or there, but especially nothing for the open market before a buyer is ready. Most builders just can't hold that type of water, until it sells, like my entire company does. There's only a few of us here that build and sell their own inventory. That particular builder for the Harper Hills subdivision in Reform, she's just like that. For 20 years before she met me, all her builds were like custom builds where there was no sale that took place after they finished the house. And, with all mine, and since she started working with my investors, they all for sale, and I'm able to say, yes, this is where, there's demand here, build it here, I'll get it sold. And, there's 3 in Reform already. It's technically there's 5 in Reform that are under my umbrella. 1 in Northport, 2 in Tuscaloosa now. So it's very exciting. And look at here, right? First off, in this, hang on. Did share that one. Yep, I did. Yep. Sorry about that. Forgot. I thought I forgot to share the links out on social. I always like to give people a chance to watch live. A lot of the views come from after I broadcast it. But like I was saying, first in the MLS today, it's a new subdivision, and people. It's good to see them in the system, even if the sellers or the agents really don't know what they're doing. This is 60,000 for 1.5 acres. In an area where there's probably no comps for 60,000 on 1 acre. And again, the new subdivision, that's all about who pays for it. Have you recorded the subdivision documents? Do you have the addresses, the infrastructure, things like that? And I see right off the bat, none of these lots are cleared either. You still got excavation expenses on top of buying the dirt from them. And if this is going to be an affordable subdivision, you can't hardly do 60,000. They would have to build 2,500 square foot houses or bigger here. You never know. You never know. Michelle Zambrano, Keller Williams franchise branch here in Tuscaloosa. She's got it listed. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 listing. There's 6 lots available in this McFarland Heights subdivision that they've got here, and they're all 60,000 each. So, new residential land right off the bat, and 5 of those are available. Next up, we've got a rental opportunity in Harbrook Downs. It's those condominiums right off of 10th Avenue and 15th Street that are so old. My grandparents stayed there after World War II. These were built in the 50s. They've been well taken care of, renovated. People love them, and they're still going. I mean, they're probably 100% occupied right now. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. The prices did go up. They sold for $60,000 for years and years, and then the pandemic hit, and they went up double, 120, 150. So this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1950 year-built condo for $1,500 a month. Chelsea Anglin over at Carefits Real Estate is the leasing agent for this one. I'm sure it will lease right away. All right, next up, Sandy Ridge, Tuscaloosa 69 South. Terrence McClure, DHI Realty of Alabama, is the exclusive listing agent for that subdivision. It's another listing. This one's a little bit bigger. There's been some tiny, like 800, 900 square foot homes to get, a good price point for people, like in the 200, the 209 range. I've even seen 200, I believe. This one's 232.9. Still great to use my buyer representation for a home like this, even though 200,000 doesn't get a huge furniture allowance, like the $400,000 and $500,000 condos do. But this is still a savings that you can get, plus my representation. The builders and the builders agents, they're looking out for the builder and their self and their best interest. They have all these offers, lower interest. There's a ton of stuff that you can do, and they can literally hold one thing over you and be like, oh, you can't get this discount for this, or if you want this, and really make it hard for you to think it's worth having your own representation for a purchase like this, where the builder is offering such great deals and they also built it as well. But a lot of times, you would have paid the commission anyway. Let me just say that. So it's better to go ahead and have separate representation. And with me, I understand all those things that, might make it worth using one agent for seller and buyer. But in this situation, you should really have your own representation where everything that you want can at least have a shot at being, heard or done. And then, of course, like I said, my secret dipping sauce is the furniture allowances, just like combining home and auto insurance policies. When you combine your home purchase and furnishings with me, you'll get a commission, an allowance paid from the commission in the closing. And 232,000, that'd be $1,500. And it's a brand new home. You have to furnish it. We know you got money, and you don't need any help. You can finance or whatever. That's great. And you have furniture. Everybody has somewhere to sleep tonight. But if you're going to go through all the trouble of getting a brand new home, elevating your life, your housing experience altogether, why not? You want some new furniture. You might as well go ahead and get the whole house furnished with new stuff that you picked out, and then let us save you a ton of money and get more for less money. And people love it. I will tell you this right now. All of my clients that utilize this buyer agency representation, they typically enjoy just having one contact. Spending your money is harder and harder in this country every day. I mean, just dealing with people and all of their emotions and opinions about things and stuff like that. Going to 10 different furniture stores, trying to save some money and not just shop, the one and done type of deal. We're aware, we know how to price competitively. We know there's other options out there for you, and we'll show you why. We'll show you why we're the better choice, and of course, all these offers. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You got to call me directly. Some of these smaller new construction homes, there's just not enough money as agents there. And a lot of times, like, on these listings, they even split commissions. So you got two agents, on that small commission. So, just keep it in mind. All right, moving on. Tuscaloosa City North Fox Ridge subdivision. I've got a great professor at the UA that lives in Fox Ridge. 624 Lanier Place, 1.5 level home built in 1991. Fox Ridge and Reston Place, those are mid-century and turn-of-the-century subdivisions. 1,944 square feet, so that's a larger floor plan, a lot more square footage. 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, 1 half bath. It's got Verner Elementary and Northridge High School, which are A-rated schools for Tuscaloosa. It says almost an acre, 0.8. It's 80% of an acre, under 190 per square foot. Another one for Carrie Fitz Real Estate today. Lillian Anderton over at Carrie Fitz. She's got it listed $365,500 asking price. So $365,000, and that's in Fox Ridge, Tuscaloosa City North. All right, back on Tuscaloosa 69 South, Tuscaloosa County, Magnolia Park at Inglewood, just right here behind me. Sunlight Drive. I have a high school principal that lives on Sunlight Drive that I've sold before. 1-level home built in 2004, so it is turn of the century, just over 2 decades old. 2,216 square foot. That's a lot of house. It's a big home. Under 150 per square foot. It's got a third of an acre lot, 0.3. 4-bedroom, 3 full bathroom floor plan. Inglewood Elementary, Hillcrest High School for the zoning. Nicole Free over at Realty One Group Legends franchise. It's the seller's agent. $329,900. $329,900. All right, next up, we're in Fayette, Alabama. I love Fayette, authentic, rural West Alabama community, one of the best municipalities in West Alabama. 1745 First Terrace Northwest. Heron Northside subdivision. I'm not familiar with that. It's a mid-century home, mid-century rancher, 1962 year built, 1,745 square feet. It's a moderate size. Under $86 per square foot. That's great. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1 level, over a half-acre parcel, 0.54. Fayette County Schools for the zoning. Bentley, Spiegel, Keller Williams franchise branch here in Tuscaloosa. It's got it listed there in Fayette. Super affordable. mid-century rancher on a half acre in Fayette, $149,900. How about that? Super easy payment. Your payment wouldn't even be barely $1,100 or $1,000 a month. Okay, moving on. Back in Northport City, we've got some land. It says single family lot, but it's 12.5 acres. It looks like it's 4 lots combined to make the 12 and a half. Northport City, it says Tilly Branch Road, Walker Schools, Walker Elementary, Tuscaloosa County High School, Ralph Harvey, listwithfreedom.com, one of those internet brokers that you really don't save any money. They just are able to charge a different structure. If they sell it themselves, you might could save 1% or 2% on a sale. But List with Freedom, the seller does all the work. They just put it in the MLS for their 2% or 3%, and then you still offer a buyer agency offering. Just, the seller's agent might have a chance to save 1 or 2%. You really don't save any money. All that you equate it, you substitute it for your time, and you have to answer all the questions. You accommodate showings, schedulings, things like that. And Ralph Harvey is not in Alabama at all, physically in Alabama at all, so he can't do anything for you, physically on the ground like a traditional agent in the area. But it gets you an MLS, and the agents just have to deal with the seller and not a professional realtor, which is going to be a disadvantage for you. Trying to do this just to save a point or two. But property sales, when there's buyers like it is, especially since like in the past 5 years, you might have a chance at that. But the market does change. Those 0 days on market are completely gone. It has changed some. Okay, moving on. Another land listing in Northport City Hall, up 43, 10 miles is exactly what it says. 15 miles, excuse me. Martin subdivision. It's 10.75 acres for a half a M. So if you got $500,000, you can get 10 acres, 15 miles up 43 north from Northport City Hall. And, there's probably a comp or two that makes them think that they can charge this much for it. I don't know how much excavation would be needed, but you never know. Okay, next up, number 14 for today, we've got a commercial multi-use building. This is 8,000 square feet. That's a lot of square foot to work with. You could really do some work there. Jug Factory Road, Tuscaloosa City East. It's out there past the Skyland and 82 intersection, past the I-20 ramp on McFarland. It's got 5 acres with it. Jason Acock, Hamner Real Estate's got it listed for sale, and they're asking $320,000 for it. So it's got 5 acres, doesn't have a year built, but it's 8,000 square feet commercial. Okay, next up, we're in Cottondale, Alabama. Feels like Tuscaloosa, but it's Cottondale in the county. You don't have city services there. This is a mobile home with 1.28 acres. So that's nice. At least you get the full acre. It's a 2004 model, 2,300 square foot. It must be a double wide. Maybe not. I don't know. But 2,300 square foot for a mobile home. It's pretty big. Got the full acre. Vance Elementary and Brookwood High School for the zoning. Must be on the far side of Cottondale. Stephanie Royster, Sweet Home Alabama LLC. She's got it listed for sale. I know Stephanie and her brother has been in my furniture store before. $179,900 asking price. $179,900. Okay, last one for today. It's an agent that I have sold a house with before, Mr. Eric Gaines at Visions Realty. This is in Northport City, Montgomery Farm subdivision. A lot of nice homes in there. This one was built in 2007, the year I graduated high school. 2,500 square foot. It's a big house, ample square footage. under 165 per square foot. It's got a third of an acre lot, 0.38, 4 bed, 3 full bath, 1 level home. Huntington Elementary, Tuscaloosa County High School. That's the zoning. Eric's got this one listed for 409.9. So that's a really good price. I'm sure that's right on par with the comps for that area. Address 13712 Tab Drive. I've never really been up in Montgomery Farms, but I go by it every time we take 171. So it's a good area. And let's take a look. My camera was down earlier from all these storms at the airport there. I got it reset. I got the internet reset. Yep, back up. Let's take a look here. It's blue skies in Pickens County. It's just thundered. I'm sure you heard it. So yeah, the rain will be on again, off again. We got blue skies right now. It's actually rolling past 4 o'clock already. Don't forget to call my sponsored lender, Ryan Paranood. He and his wife, Heather, work together just like Brandy and I do. We can really take care of you for real estate. We're not geniuses, okay? But we know what we're doing with representation for mortgages, for purchasing property, for selling property. And, as you know, I've passed the first builder test Easter weekend, and I'm going to take the second exam this week. It's a big week. I mean, attorneys, dentists, testing for licensing. It's just big. You got to push. Believe in yourself, and just keep pushing. Life's not fair. There's so many things you'll never get answers for. You got to really hang on, to what you know, and you got to keep pushing forward. It's really tough. Join us. You're better when you can squad together, but separate but together. Not the way things have been. It's just real estate's just everything's just changing. It's just changing. I'm in my 30s. I'm not 60, and just now getting started. It's a lot to it. So enjoy the day. Monday, baby. We will see you on Tuesday.